All right, everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. And to all the first-time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. And to all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video, and to stay tuned on in right after the SOS chart analysis, how we're going to talk about two ticker symbols I mentioned that blew up 30% on the day, and the ticker symbols that I want you to add to your watch list. Okay, I do them daily. I have a new one for you guys. I don't want you guys to miss it. So here we are with SOS Limited, right? As we continue to speak about this, if you find this helpful and informative, give me that early thumbs up ahead of time to let me know you found this helpful and informative. It helps out the YouTube channel, and I appreciate it very much. So SOS has been downwards, right? We talked about it yesterday, and we talked about some points that were very important. We had 485 here. We did not want it to get broken through. It tested it several times, and it's falling through it, right? So now we're sitting at 483. The 50-day moving average has moved down with it a little bit at 511. Okay, super important for this to stay below 511 if the bears want to continue dominating. If the bulls want to dominate, very important for 511 to get crossed to bring this one back up, right? And I know that there's a lot of bulls interested on this one, but I need you to pay close attention to how this stock is reacting. So when you look at this stock from this point to this point, all of this here is slowly leaving volume from here. So anyone that's holding, right, from that afternoon or from that day, they sold some here. Some people jump back in, and then we're seeing a lot of the holding going on. You need to keep that in mind, okay? You got to think about the other investors as well. How many others have been involved, right, through this? Now, another thing too is the way it's going down. It's going down very subtly. It's not too fast, not too slow. It kind of falls, consolidates, falls, slightly consolidating, falling, right? So the support level we want to watch here is 442 right now. Super important to keep in mind. But on the near term here, going into tomorrow, the closest one, which is the lowest point reached in the day, is 464. You want to watch that. If that gets broken through, watch it very closely, and how this stock reacts between 464 and down here at 442. Now, our resistance level is up here at 507. That needs to be broken through by the bulls, turn into a support to get one step closer to 511 to get back into bullish territory. Super important for every single investor and viewer to be aware of that, okay? I want you guys to pay close attention to these cues and these areas in these charts. Super important. If you learned something new, don't forget to subscribe, click on the bell so you don't miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watch this video. Let's jump right into it with the ticker symbols that jumped today 30%, and the one I want you to add to your watch list that you don't want to miss out on. So the ticker symbol I want you guys to add to your watch list has been beaten down, right? I've been talking about it before, and I've talked about it again and again, and here we are to touch base on it again. But before we do, I want to talk about two ticker symbols I briefed on this morning, and they were basically both home runs. If you timed it well and you practiced, or you took a shot at it and you got in on time, you made the best of it, right? There were some investors that made more percentage than me on these plays because I was so focused on other things. I focus on my 5 to 10% in the pre-market or right when the market opens, and I call it a day after that, and I move on to the next move, right? But in the mornings, I brief on opportunities like the ones you're about to see. So this one right here, I talked about it in the morning, and I stated who they were. They're a blank check company that just announced this morning that they're going to partner with Grab Holdings, and it's a group of a public offering, right, through that whole entire SPAC merger. Now, AGC was need of volume and was falling in that need of volume. So that is something that was important. And I stated it was profit taking from those that were in before the news. And once the market opens or gets closer to the bell, we would either see this get beaten down, or it will receive large inflow because the merger announcement news, which they were merging with Grab Holdings, which is the online leader of the Southeast Asia of online food. So we talked about it here. We needed to start watching it, and right at the bell, it kind of looked like it was going up, and it got torn down. It got beaten down in a matter of minutes. Okay? It was dangerous. And I told everyone that. But if you timed it and you use your indicators and you watched it closely, you could have caught it at the bottom or somewhere around the bottom. And just within an hour or two, this thing ran up right here a total amount of almost 10% to 15%. Pulled back and ran up again. So if you held through the day and just reached up to 15 or 16, you're talking about now a nice 15 or 30% in one single day, right? Because of the merger announcement. That's what everyone was waiting for. Everyone that's invested since 11 and 10 or down here or down here, this is what they were waiting for, this run on the merger announcement. And some of it broke even, and they would have either held and rode it back up, or they cut their losses or broke even. Whoever got in here, this is what they were waiting for, and this is what they got. So this was a big deal today. Big deal. Now, another one that I mentioned that was a home run. I mean, there was investors that actually made more than me on this one. I made my 5% in the morning, and I called it a day. So this is one that I briefed on early in the morning. I said, good morning, everyone. So a stock that has jumped on the news about therapy designation is VTVT. It is currently at 305, and the volume is picking up. I would watch for this to go back closer to $3 to $2.90 to see strength or weakness, and we need more volume, okay? And certainly that's what it did. It pulled down and it hit 287 right here at this point, right there, 288, 287. That's when I started actually watching it, took a position as it was jumping back up from 289 to 290, and I rode this back up right up here to 302. It says 302 here, but I actually was able to exit the position at 303, 304-ish. And then it started to pull back down. I forgot all about it because I was so focused on other plays. This hit a low here of 277, and it took off for the day to 357. I mean, if you do the math there, that was almost close to 40%, like literally, or at least 30% for the day. 30%, 30 to 40% for the day in just a matter of hours. Okay, these are the opportunities we look for here on Invest for Tomorrow. So if you want to join me and the other investors, very intelligent, smart investors focused on a goal, which is to maximize profits and minimize losses, you can join me and the other members. We're looking forward to have you join us at the Patreon and Discord. The links are down below. So the stock you want to add to your watch list is Clover Health. They've been beaten down so hard. Now, this is how they ran when some news came out that was super important, right? Taking them up to the moon. And this news is a game changer for the outlook of this company. Even though they're being beat down by, different short firms and different firms of law firms and stuff, this stock has opportunity, especially after the news that made this jump. The news that made this jump is basically what's going to make Clover Health gain revenue over time and actually start having a nice earnings. And the fact that they can proceed with Medicaid and Medicare and being on that list of organizations that are going to participate with them, that's a big deal. These law firms have nothing, and these short sellers have nothing on what Clover Health can continue doing because they're continuing to have business. If they had a discrepancy or a real issue, Medicare and Medicaid would not even accept them on that list of organizations. So I find that very interesting. I think there's potential here, and anything below $10 is interesting to me. But I want you guys to be aware that there is the short seller pressure, the firm's pressure. So this is very speculative and very risky. But I believe Clover Health can get out through it, and their revenue is going to start kicking in. And if they're in this plan with the organizations for the next year, I think Clover Health has a shot as expanding as a company and hopefully leaving the short sellers in the past, leaving it as history and these firms that are holding them down, and hopefully they can just take them off, and it's going to make this stock run. So this is definitely one to watch. The lower the better, but high risk. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.